Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Steve. My group is Vapin Dragon. Welcome to it. Just thought I'd do this quick video, basically introduce myself and tell you who I actually am. My name's Steve. I'm 61 years old, ex-military, retired. Have a few disabilities, but hey, you just crack on with it and do it. My take on vaping, I want it to be a little bit different. I've followed Vapin Vic. Everybody follows Vapin Vic. Mark, TVP, Dean, Jules. I'm just trying to think now off the top of my head. Mark, MF Vape, Chris Bell. Used to watch Jay Hayes, but that's now a bit of a swear word, so no, I'm not going to mention him, but I've mentioned him, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we'll crack on. Yeah, I have my main disability or hindrance or pain in the arse is this. And actually, it's not bad today. It makes me look like I've got real long arms. Yeah, it's a thing called dystonic or dystonic tremor. Had it since about 1994. Was initially told it was Parkinson's. Thought, okay, yeah, whatever, get on with it. So it's now 2018. It was getting a little bit worse tail end of last year. So went to the hospital, and the woman I saw said definitely not Parkinson's, but part of the same family, dystonic tremors. So I thought, oh, crack on, at least I know what I've got, you know. On my vaping, I vape juice reviews. I want to do it a little bit different if I can. I'm probably going to try and do 4 juices at one time, but how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use 4 RDAs, so that I'm not putting a juice in a stock coil, vaping it, you know, 2 or 3 mil. Oh, well, I don't really like it, and you've got to bin the stock coil. So it's easier if I use an RDA, can pull the wick out, give it a wash, burn it if I need to, give it another wash, re-wick it, and then crack on with the next 4 juices that I want to do. I'll show you the mods that I use, which is probably a G class, Cylon, Vapesig Creator, which is a variable voltage mod. Very easy to use, cracking bit of kit, only 28 quid. I may use my Zenith Maxo. I've got a little Icon, which is my battle mod. It's the one I take with me when I go down to the stables to see my Shire horse King. He's a cracking little boy. Well, when I say little, he's 19 too. Had a bit of an issue. I fractured my spine last November learning to ride, and this was on a little tiny pony. And I must admit, when I got on the little pony, I thought, shit, this is a high, but it was only like 13 hands. And my wife said, well, wait till you sit on King. It's like sitting on a skyscraper. It is. And trust me, you know, when you come off between 19.2 to the ground, you actually do have time to think of, oh shit, this is gonna hurt. So I broke a few ribs, and it's knocked my confidence a little bit. I've gone and bought one of these air jackets, normally about 400 or 500 quid. Got a brand new one, dropped on it, 200 quid. Fits me absolutely perfect. Goes on top of my other body protector, so I'm doubly protected. And I've been watching some videos on how to fall off a horse. Now, I just can't get my head around it. I can appreciate what they're trying to do, but when your horse decides to spook, for you to go, oh yeah, I just, you know, I've watched the video, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna lean back and just roll over. I just don't think that would come into your mind at that moment in time. I think you'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm going again. But this time it'll go pop. My jacket will blow up like this. I'll bounce on the floor like a big rubber doll. Yeah, and we'll have to take it from there. Hopefully I'm not going to come off him again. I've booked 10 proper lessons, which I'm going to take between now and Christmas, and it will be on King. I might video that and upload it onto the Vapin Dragon page. I've got a VapeTube page, YouTube page. I'm literally just waiting for a friend of mine to do my intro for YouTube stroke VapeTube. My Facebook banner was done by Neil Walker at NW Graphics. Great, really nice, loved it, still love it, not going to change it. It's going to be there. So I mean, if anybody's got any questions they want to ask me, you know, how long have I been vaping? 28 months. I'm not technical, you know. If you want to be technical, you can watch Vic. Vic is brilliant at explaining, you know, how the air goes in through this, and then it'll come down there and it'll go right under your wick. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, coil it properly, wick it, juice it, vape it. That's simples. Yeah, Ohm's law, you gotta sort your shit out with that. Your batteries, you know, I've been around batteries all my life, so I do have a little bit of knowledge about them, but I'm not here to say give you all technical stuff. Is it DJ LSB Vapes? He is the guy. Daniel, he is the nuts. He again, he's another guy I do watch and listen to, and take on board exactly what he says. You know, I understand what he's saying, but I don't want to pass that on. You should go and watch him, you know, instead of Stevie. I'm just going to be here for a bit of crack. I do like a laugh and a joke, as you can probably see by the odd jokes I sometimes put on my bait on the Vapin Dragon page. Yeah, I'll probably crack the odd funny while we're doing any wicking and coiling. I've actually got the 30mm Modfather. I've got two 30mm Steam Crave Aromamizer Plus. They're my 3 big tanks. I'm hoping to get an FP shortly. Hope the missus watches this. I've actually ordered a Hog V4, 39 quid in total from AliExpress. Just dropped on it by pure chance. Wasn't actually looking for a Hog, but because it was that amount of money, I thought, well, you'd be mad not to. So whether it's a clone or not, I don't know. So long as it works, I'm happy. I've got quite a few RDAs because I started squonking a few months ago. Still got about 3 squonkers. I've got the Red Rage, or a Desire Rage, which is in red. I've got the Aspire Feed Link, which I think is a great little squonker. It's just so simple to use, you know. Even idiots like me can use it. So, and I've also got the G-Box 200, which I actually think it's not a bad bit of kit. You can actually lock in the wattage, so when you're, you know, firing, it doesn't knock it down, it doesn't increase it, which I found it did on the iJoy. Every time you press the fire button, because it's on the back, same as the screen, same as all the other little buttons, you can knock the wattage up and down. So I sold that. Mags are going to get rid, as we say in the military. Yes, of 17 years, Royal Regiment Fusiliers, secretary of the Sunderland branch. Just spent a weekend in Belfast. Lot of money on alcoholic beverage, we shall say. But we did an unveiling of a memorial in Palace Barracks, Hollywood, just outside, in between Belfast and Bangor. to Fusiliers that were killed in the conflict in Northern Ireland. Then we got back to the bar about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and left at 1 o'clock in the morning. Just a bit of a wobble on, but not too bad. Up at 8 o'clock in the morning, just bright, touch wood. I never had an hangover. I don't get hangovers. I'm very fortunate because I'm actually allergic to beer, which gives me terrible hangovers. And I was told to drink cider. So that's what I drink, cider and JD honey and JD cinnamon with dry ginger and sometimes a little bit of Coke. So there you go. Married to wife. I am married with a wife called Jo. Wish I'd met her 20 odd years ago, 30 years ago even. She is my rock, my best friend, my mistress, my lover. I just love her to bits. She has a horse called Gypsy. She had Gypsy about 4 years now, I think. And I got my pension and my big payout from the army last August on my 60th birthday. And I do suffer with PTSD, anxiety, etc, etc, etc. I would get up at 6 in the morning, go into my man cave and stay there till 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, I'd get downstairs and get a shower and make a cup of coffee and probably grab a sandwich, but I'd go straight back up into the man cave and stay there. The only time I ever went out the house was for hospital appointments and to go to the Sunderland Fusiliers Association once a month because I felt safe there. Everybody in that room, I had known some of them for 40 years, 45 years in actual fact. So yeah, she said, listen, you're going to have to sort your shit, Platsy lad, you know. So I bought a horse. It was either a horse or a motorbike. I would have preferred at the time the motorbike, but now I've got King. And I said, look, I'm a big lad, I'm not light, I'm about 18 stone, you know. I'm not going to put myself on the back of a little pony and you know, unless it's a pit pony or a donkey. Maybe I should have got a donkey, it's not as far off. But yeah, I got a Shire horse from Glasgow. He was underweight, undernourished. His coat was very, very dull. He needed some love, basically, and some proper feed and a nice field to graze in, which is what I've given him. And he's now a totally different horse. He's fantastic. If anybody is watching this, you suffer with depression, trust me, go to a stable. You know, obviously with the owner's permission, don't just wander in there willy-nilly, and spend some time with the horses. Trust me, there's a thing, they know, man. They know your shit, seriously. I talk to King and yeah, I think he understands. I'm not saying go buy a bloody horse, but you know, there's lots of things you can do to get round horses. You can even volunteer to muck them out, and trust me, very good exercise. I actually lost 2 stone last year over the Christmas period, but I put a stone back on this summer. So it's now coming into winter, and we've got him a bigger stable this time. It's about twice as big as the previous one. I'm just waffling off, aren't I? You know, you don't mind. You can always turn it off and go, fuck me, what's he like? But yeah, I'm probably going to do reviews on mods that I actually own, RTAs and RDTAs that I own, you know, on out of coil, wick, and it's how I coil and wick. You know, I think we all do it a little bit different. You know, if you watch Mark at TVP, he might do it slightly different than Vic or Dino or even Chris. You know, even Mike Vapes. So I think we all have our own little way, and we take a little bit of you know, if I can give you a little bit of information, or if there's anybody else that's got this and they think, oh, I could never do that. That's what I said 28 months ago when I got into vaping. It was like watching a guy build. I was like, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm at my own coils and I'm wicked. And I was like, what the fucking hell's all this about? So he said, look, you've got this stock coil. This is homemade. I thought, right, oh, okay. And I thought, there's not a mission I could do that. And then a few months ago, I just thought, do you know what? I found out that you could actually get pre-made coils. So I didn't know you could. And at the moment, I use Wicked Wires on Facebook. But yeah, I'm probably going to give Chris Coils a go, I think, on my next lot. There's nothing wrong with the Wicked Wicks, not at all. Cracking, good deal, you know, great lads. Does a lot of live feed, you know, showing you how he actually does it, which is, it's like, no, I couldn't do that. No, I don't know. I'd rather pay somebody to do it who knows what he's doing, rather than me having a go and then blowing myself up. So yeah, the glasses, you'll notice, will occasionally go very dark. That's because I've got them catamaran things going on in my eyes. Yeah, no, they're cataracts, but I call them catamarans. Yeah, they'll go a bit dark every now and again. If I take them off, everything's blurred now. It will take a few hours for my eyes to get back because they're just very focals. But so through the top is clear. But when I try to focus on anything to read, not a mission. So it's easier if I do this, and I can actually see myself again now. I think my eyes have adjusted to them, so I just wear them all the time. It's very rare I take them off, apart from Saturday in Belfast when it pissed it down from the moment we got up till the moment we went back to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was that bad. We had to go and buy umbrellas. So I didn't wear them through the day because my phone was turned off. I weren't going to get, you know, text and this and that, and it was a day to spend with my brothers from other mothers. It was great. Some of the guys I'd not seen for 45 years. Yeah, so we had a few bevies and had a good laugh. A few of them tried to throw themselves all around the dance floor. Myself, I sat, watched and applauded and laughed. Okay, I think that about wraps it up really. I hopefully, if I can get my lighting correct, I've got 10 juices I want to review. If you want me to, I can actually go through from the beginning on one of the, if you want me to do one juice at a time, which is what my wife has said, why don't you do one juice at a time? Mod, RDA, strip it down, coil it, wick it, juice it, vape it. Is it good or is it crap? I suppose she's got a point, whereas I was going to do 4 juices at a time and have them pre-coiled and pre-wicked with the juice in. So I could say, right, okay, these are the 4 juices that I'm going to do. This is where I buy them from, which is Vape in Peterlee. Jack, Lewis and Ben, 3 great guys. They've looked after me very, very well over the last 2 and a bit years, knowing that, you know, I'm sort of disabled and I can't work, and I'm now anyway, you know, with my army pension. So yeah, great lads. You know, Jack's given me quite a few e-juices to review for them. Hopefully, you know, if people say, oh, I really like a juice, hopefully we can start doing some discounts, you know, put Dragon 10 or Dragon 15 or whatever it will be if you purchase off the website. That way they can monitor whether or not me reviewing their products is working. And I hope it does, because then I can say, oh, you know, that new sort of, you know, mod that's coming out, you know, the what's it called, Vicious Ant, whatever they're called, something like that, or you know, top of the range SX Mini needs reviewing. I think you should get me one and I'll review it and tell them that you can buy it from you. Anyway, yeah, I'm waffling on now for 20 minutes and 15 seconds. So thank you for probably watching this video. If you've persevered all the way through to the end, then cracking, you're going to be in for a good laugh. I'll just tell you as it is. I take no prisoners. That's just how I am. A bit like Mark at TVP and Dino, really, and Vic and Chris. None of them take any shit. They just tell you as it is. And I think that's why quite a lot of other reviewers are falling out with them. But fuck them, you know, tell them as it is. And you, Jules, you tell them as it is. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.